Hello class and welcome to COMS171 Intro to C++. My name is Joel. I'll be walking you through the course for the semester. First of all, hopefully everybody's doing well and you guys are staying safe in these crazy times of pandemic. Um, Hopefully you're not losing your mind as I am. I lost already my mind, and everybody's doing well. So let's jump into it. As soon as you log in to Canvas, the first thing that will pop up is usually announcements, as you can see on the screen right here. If you guys made it, that means you read the first message, which is to go and watch the orientation video. Good job, proud of you guys. So introduction. To start with that, the first thing we'll look at is basically what the course about is an introduction to C++ as one of the zillion languages available out there as a programming language. However, C++ is one of the most popular one and most um, raw, meaning it's a pure programming language. So if you're able to master this language in the next year or so, you are set for basically the rest of your career. Meaning, as after this one, if you're able to control it and master it, you'll be able to learn any language on your own without any real pain. The compiler we'll be using is Visual Studio, and I'll go over that in a sec. You can use either 2017 or 2019 version, which are free. You can download, and I'll go over that also in a sec. And then compile your code that way for the class. You have to have that. There's other compilers that will not be accepted. The only one accepted will be Visual Studio, either 17 or 19, and I'll walk you through it in a sec. So first thing first, I need you to go ahead and click on this link right here. It's a consent form of release that you have to do for every online class. So you'll select fall and then fill in the information. It's a one-time thing that you have to do. Please do so. It's for the online e-learning department. They ask us that you guys get that done. So let's go ahead and jump into the syllabus really quick. You download the syllabus. It's a PDF file. Hopefully you'll be able to save it somewhere that you can refer to. Plenty of information in it. I'll go over the critical ones that you need to be careful about. Course is an online course, so we'll be meeting online for the entire semester. But with the pandemic, I will not be on campus at all this semester. So really the best way to get hold of me is via email. I am available for appointments virtual, meaning either through Zoom or we can do a phone call. If you're looking at talking to me live, please email me and give me a heads up about 24 hours so we can schedule a meeting. And then when you send me the meeting, just like the email about requesting a meeting, please put in there that you're available Mondays and Tuesday and Wednesday, for example, in the afternoon, and I'll be able to schedule something during that time. I'm available pretty much Monday through Friday 100%, Saturday, Sunday probably about 50% 60%, weekends, family, etc. So other than that, I should be available pretty much really easily to get hold of, which if you'd like to do so, the best way to do it is via email. I do check my email 7 days a week, once or twice a day. Please remember to put COMS 171 in the subject title of your message. Why? Before the pandemic, used to receive an average 50, 60 emails a day. A lot of them are garbage. I do not check. Since the pandemic, we're receiving probably double of that amount with ease per day, which makes it really crazy and time consuming to go through them, and most of them are just garbage that I don't need to check. If I see it's from a student, so it's from CMS 171, I'll know it's urgent. It's a 911 that I have to reply to you immediately. If you do that, even if I don't have an answer for you at that time when I received it, I will reply to you telling you I did receive your message. We'll get back to you. Then at that time, don't stress about it. You'll be good to go. If you send me an email weekdays and I don't reply within 24 hours, please send it again. Especially if you are not using your my email, your webmail, you're using your personal email, Yahoo, whatever other email addresses you're using. I'm not sure if they're gonna get blocked by the firewall at school because of the unsolicited messages we're getting, the phishing email we're getting, and etc. The firewall is basically stopping and blocking every email that we do not recognized through the system. Attendance is taken in Canvas. Our semester starts on a Tuesday, so the first week ends on Monday before the next following Tuesday. So if you are under financial aid requirements, meaning you have to take attendance, meaning you have to complete this survey once a week for the survey to be sent to financial aid that you are present. That does not completing your work does not get affected by this at all, and completing the work does not count as attendance also. So the survey is required 100%, no exception, for the folks that are under financial aid. If you're not under financial aid, you're paying out of pocket, don't even worry about it, don't stress about it, just ignore it. So the course, you'll need a textbook because everything that you need, all the practices, the questions for the quizzes, the exams, the homework, everything is out of the textbook. You can get either a hard copy or an ebook copy. It doesn't really matter. Either or will be just fine. You don't need any extras with it. If there is a code to create an account in Cengage and etc., you don't need that. You just need the textbook itself. Course objectives, I'll leave that to you. I'm trying to make the video as short as possible because I know you'll fall asleep listening to me. Class expectation, please read those. Basically, the grading, what you'll have is you'll have quizzes, weekly quizzes, 1 quiz per week. You'll have exercises, they'll vary. 1 week you'll have 1 program to do, 2, 3, 4. It depends on how it goes. You'll have 1 midterm and a final exam, and then you'll have 8 to 12 discussion questions that you'll need to complete, which I'll go over in a sec. And those will be graded in Canvas on a weekly basis, meaning when I assign you a question on a Tuesday, you'll have to reply with an initial post, meaning you providing an answer to my question. How much data you have to put in there? A paragraph and a half, so 5 to 7, 8 sentences. That's it. I'm not looking for a page and 2 or 3 pages. And you'll have to reply to one of the initial posts of your peers, meaning I posted and you posted. I'll go ahead and look at your post and then read it and then add more content to it. How much content do I need to add? 3 to 5 sentences. I agree. Good job. You are correct. This is not going to count as a reply. A reply is adding more content, adding more data, adding more information to whatever was already presented to the initial post. So the tentative calendar, what we'll be going through is hopefully, we're going to try through that. Basically looking at week 1, we'll be going over chapter 1 and 2, which is our basic introduction and a beginning for solving problem processes, the thinking behind it. What should I use? Should I use a pseudocode, meaning writing an answer of a problem of a code in words, which will allow me then to fill in the blanks with codes? Or should I use a flow chart, which is a graphical design that will allow me to figure it out? At this level, of our level, a lot of folks tell me, students, oh, we don't need this. This is pretty easy. It's correct. It is easy at our level when we have 50, 60, 70, 100 lines of code. But when you go ahead and start working in the field as a software developer, basic project is probably, 200,000 lines of code. It's not going to be easy at that time. So learning pseudocode, learning flowcharts does tremendously help on a long term. And then from there, you'll see week 2 will have chapter 3, week 3, chapter 4, week 4 will cover chapter 5 and 6, week 5, 7, and 8, and etc., etc. And every assignment, every quiz, everything that I need you to complete will be posted on a Tuesday, and it will be due before the start of the following week, which is the Tuesday. So it'll be due on that day at Monday night at 11:59 p.m. So that's the plan, hopefully. And here, as you can see, the discussion questions will be posted. Initial post will be, actually, this is incorrect. It's not on a Saturday. The initial, actually, yes, it is. Initial post, I'll do it on a Saturday. So if you start on Tuesday, you'll have Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 4 days for the initial post. And the reply will be Monday, 11:59 of the same week before the start of the following week. Late policies, I don't accept late work except if there is an emergency. And please get hold of me as soon as possible. So like that, I can try to see if there is a solution, or what solution can we find and what approval we can get from administration for you to get something done. If not, you have 1 week to complete the work. It'll be posted in Canvas. You download the requirements from Canvas. You upload your answer into Canvas. It's the same way we used to use it in Blackboard. There's no change at all. I'll show you in a sec how it's done. Incomplete, not giving to this class, withdraw. Hopefully that won't be the case. NS grade is a failing grade. Financial aid, please contact financial aid services. They'll be able to help you. Academic integrity, the only thing I want you to be careful about, and I will give you information on how to find a lot of the assignments, a lot of the code that I give you can be found. Some answers can be found online, which I strongly recommend that you Google them and try to figure it out that way. But you cannot just copy and paste the code from the net and then turn it in as your own code. Have an application that will show me where you guys got your work from. So what you can do is review the stuff online, and then from there rewrite whatever you find in your own thinking. Don't just copy and paste from the net, as that is purely simply put. There's nothing more clean than this. This is plagiarism, and that's a problem. Yeah, I will tell you to go online and find different websites where you can find stuff. A good coder, someone that can find stuff online, utilize it to his or her own needs by creating their own code. If you do that, then you'll be just fine, and then you will not have a problem on returning your code. Hopefully that will not be an issue during the semester. If you're unsure about something, please contact me as soon as possible. I'll be able to help you out with this, very quickly. State of accommodation, if you have any disability, please contact disability services immediately if you have not done already. They'll tell you what you need to do. They'll provide you a letter, which you'll need to provide me, and we'll work something out. Please review the rest of these, Title IX and etc. Tutoring, I do not know what's going to happen at this point with tutoring, especially with the school still closed, with a lot of requirements on before getting on into campus. But if you need help, please contact the Learning Center. They'll be able to chit chat with you and figure out if there is something that can be done. MCC Care Team, if you have any personal needs, please contact this team. They're professional. You'll stay, basically your information will be locked, not shared with anyone. So from that aspect, you don't have to worry about it. Honor code, possible dangerous situation, please read those. COVID statement policies, this does not apply to our class. However, it does apply to any class if you have to show up to campus. Please review these very, very carefully, as the school is very, very strict about it, and you don't want to get in trouble if you do not follow these rules and regulations. From there, you'll be able to review Mod Club cultural values, reminder, etc. Please review those. And then finally, you have important dates for the fall semester. Now, next thing you'll need to do is under introduction, discussions, you go under introduction and then introduce yourself, which I'll have an introduction for myself in a minute. What you'll do is you just copy these, lazy IT folks, and then paste it in here, and then answer those questions, and that'll be it for you to go ahead and complete this, so you can introduce yourself to me and to your classmates. So if you guys are already here, that means you're reviewing this properly. You're watching the introduction, the orientation, which is the videos that you guys are watching, and your syllabus is right here. Excuse me one sec, I'll be right back. Sorry about that. So one more thing I forgot to mention under discussions, you'll be able also to review peer help, which is useful, as we'll be emulating what we're missing, which is the face-to-face section. If you have any question about the content, the lectures, the content of the course itself, of every chapter we cover, before you send me the question, I want you to go ahead and post it in here, which will emulate the discussion that happens in a classroom. And then the last one that I have for you right here is current events, like anything interesting that you guys found, an article, a paper, a video, anything like that. You can post it right here for me and your class, if you have anything related to that. So if we go back, like I said, you have your orientation that you guys are watching. The syllabus is right here, and then from there you'll see, starting with this one, Unit 1, review basically the unit, what the, gives you a basic introduction what that is. Then from there, um, talks about the lesson itself, what we'll be covering for that day. Then from there, you'll be reviewing um, how to install Visual Studio, which is something that you'll need to complete. So if you open the links available, you can walk through the steps. Download Visual Studio step by step on how to go through the process of installation. What are the stuff that you need? You need C++. You can install C Sharp because you guys will be utilizing that also when you take with Professor Bernard the class 172, I believe, which is C Sharp. So you can select multiple things that you can, utilize within the process itself, or you can add them later at the later time. There's also a link that allows you to download. The community version is enough. You don't need the professional or the enterprise version, which is a free version that you can download. So this is Visual Studio 2019, which I recommend that you use instead of using the 17. But maybe your computer is old and it only can handle 17, then you can go ahead and just Google it for 17 and you'll be able to find it. So there's I put in here the PDF file for you to follow and download Visual 17. That walks you through the steps if your computer is old and does not allow you to use the newer version, which is 2019. Then you'll be able to just go ahead and use 2017 instead of 2019. Then from there, you have the PowerPoint slides for the first chapter. You guys can download, okay, and open them and then review them. They're very useful from the aspect of you utilizing them from a point of view of a summary. Basically, after you read the chapter, after you go through the chapter, a good way of summarizing, hey, did I get basically what are we talking about, which is chapter content, etc., YZ, blah blah blah. Then it's a good way to review these, and then from there you'll be able to determine, yeah, I did pretty much review everything or did not. Usually they're pretty short, they're pretty sweet, they're not that complicated. From here, you'll go to an exercise demo. Like for example, the first assignment that you have is writing pseudocode. So I have a quick, short, sweet video that you guys can review. If you want to, you don't have to. These are just kind of helpful as to what am I looking for, how you need to complete your assignment when you're completing it. So writing down. So the first assignment, we're not using Visual Studio. I think is starting with chapter 3 or 4. That's when we start using Visual Studio and the code and how do we go about the process of completing the code. And I'll have a different video later showing you in next week or the week after when we start using it, how do you complete your assignments and how do you turn them in? What am I looking for? And what is the way of you turning in your assignments so you don't do any mistakes on those? But I'll have a different video for those. Then here, I have some practice assignments for you that I tell you to try to complete them, and I give you the answer key for them. And then from there you have review questions at the end of the chapter, which are useful when you're doing your quizzes. So I have the answer key for you also here. So try to get them done first, and then you'll do the quizzes. So here I can start my quiz, and then here is just a bunch of multiple choice, true and false. Some of them multiple choice, some of them are true and false questions that you'll need to complete. Or you can have, like for example, a question like this: what characteristics do both computer programmers and software engineers share? Single sentence that you'll answer, etc., etc. And then when you're done, you submit your quiz, and then that's it. It will grade itself, and then you'll have your grade immediately right there. So from there, next that we'll review is your assignment, chapter 1 assignment. So what I want you to complete is at the end of your chapter 1, you'll have few assignments that you'll need to do, similar to the practice that I gave you. Then from there, what you'll need to complete is upload those into the assignment. So you'll need to submit, and you're attaching it like you're doing it into same thing that you do when you do an attachment in an email. So choose your file, You named it, whatever. It's in a Word document. That's where you'll choose it. You choose a file and then submit your assignment. That's it. That's basically how you get it done. It's that simple. And then for this week, attendance, taking the survey. Yes, you are present for the week. Save and submit. That's something you have to do every week. Like I stated, it's for financial aid purposes and nothing else. It does not affect your grade in any way or shape. It does not affect your work in the class. So right there, that's what you'll have to complete on week 1. Like I stated, later I'll have a video on how to use Visual Studio, but here I'll give you a quick overview from it. So once you download it and install it, you usually create a new project every time that you have something new. You have multiple options. So you can see you have C#, you have VB, ASP.NET, etc., etc. There's a lot of different things that you guys can utilize with this. That's the beauty about it. You need only one application that will take care of everything for you. And then from there, you can use just this one right here, console application. So will you be using the console application? Click next, name it. Let's say, for example, it's chapter 1. Excuse me, into chapter 1-2 homework. And then where you want to put it in. So if you want to put it under your I don't know, USB drive, desktop, etc., and then create. My apology, my computer is kind of slow today. I'm doing some work in the background, so it's a heavy-duty application, and it's old. My kids stole my newer computers for school because they're staying home. So once this starts, basically you'll go through the process of typing your code and then compiling it. Remember, you can either use the screen directly or you can do Control F5. Control and press and hold the key, F5. So right there, that's your comments that you'll be using. Your library, IOStream, which we'll review when we start the chapters. You'll need IOStream, IOmanip, which is manipulation of data, C, time, CMath, etc., etc. Your main function, int main, and then here you have hello world to compile it. Control F5 on your keyboard, that will allow you to compile it. If you press only F5, it will debug it for you. Control F5 will allow you to compile it properly, or you can compile it on your screen on the top right here under local Windows debugger, and it will allow you to compile your code. So right there, it compiled it for me. Hopefully my antivirus spyware will not block it. And that's pretty much what it is. And then from there, and nothing is going to show. Unable to start, blah, blah, blah. So it's all good, part of the game, because I don't have a cout. So I only have a cin, cout. Wait, if I try to do it, let's see what, hopefully I don't have a problem with my own version of, oh yes, it's of course my antivirus that was blocking it. So hello world, thank you, have a nice day, see you later. That's pretty much what it is. So that's a quick view, but like I said, I will definitely have another video when we start using it. So what you need to complete now is do the installation of either 19 or 17 version on your desktop, or on your computer, whatever that you have, so you'll be able to compile it. It is required for the course. That's for now. As a start, the first thing you need to do, watch the video, which is getting started. Then from there, review the syllabus. Then from there, discussion question, introduce yourself. Then from there, jump into chapter 1 and 2 and start reading the content. And then from there, you'll be able to basically just go through the process of content that you need to complete for the first week. I hope you'll have a great week. Please get hold of me as soon as possible if you have any questions. Please do not wait until too late for you to get hold of me, and then I won't be able to assist you. I'm here for you. I'm here for you to learn and be successful, and I will do whatever it takes in my power. I will do whatever it takes. I will do whatever it takes for you to be successful. Hopefully you'll have a great semester, and then we'll be keeping in touch. Thank you guys.